Quiet afternoon, the king's study. Oh god, what now? I was heading to paperwork in my study when I received a grim call. My mother had been hospitalized. She was in an emergency room in Keys. I immediately asked for the helicopter to be prepared. In a few moments, we were in the air. I feared for the worst as we landed at the helipad at the top of the hospital. I rushed downstairs and approached the door to the hospital room. Opened the door. The room was empty and nurse approached us and bowed before me. She was dead. The nurse explained to me that she's taking the air outside in the gazebo. Okay, so she's not in any sort of danger. Rushing to the gazebo. There she was standing and waving at me. What the fuck? Promise, over here. I walked up to her. She seemed perfectly healthy. This is something bad. Mother, what happened to you? I came here as soon as I got the call. Sorry. Sorry, darling. I didn't mean to worry you. The time is of the essence. Come. I'll tell you everything on the way. On the way to where? She sighed deeply. And how stubborn you male Tauruses all are, I had to resort to understanding maneuvers to get your attention. Listen, sweetheart, that revolution you were afraid of is happening now. Come for our heads. Promise, all of us. I don't know how else to get you to take me seriously. But we're getting out of here. The day I left and even bad to have only son is the day the sea worms eat my bones. Time to leave Rizia, at least temporarily. Come now, the boat is waiting. What is this woman talking about? Okay, so basically, I effed up too hard. I don't know where, except, you know, internally, I figured internally I'd at least be safe. I mean, war, yeah, that'd be a problem, but really? I mean, look at this. 18 budget. I could buy my way out of the fucking revolution. Are you absolutely sure this threat is real? What about Vina? What about Lucida? What about Pavel? What about Hugo and Rico? What about the boat going? Are you asking me to leave my country and run away like a coward? I'm absolutely sure the threat is real. Mother knows. I have eyes everywhere, inside the palace and out. I believe that much. Survived in the den of wolves for this long. I'd smell danger, and trust me, right now, what I'm smelling is one of a big garbage fire. What about Vina? She's waiting in the harbor for us. Thank Dad she came to her dear old grandma's aid. What about Lucida? All packed and ready for departure. She's probably already making herself comfortable as we speak. What about Pavel? Her brother friends are with us, safe and sound. Hugo and Rico. To hell with Hugo and Rico. They can find their own way out if they want. You know they never really give a damn about us. Why should we care about them? Where's the boat going? We've been invited to the Queen Beatrice. Not safe. Not safe at all. Say what you will about the woman, I've said plenty, but when her father-in-law's lives are on the line, she delivers. When she's big enough for us to fly under the radar, and we'll have to keep our lavish lifestyles which we've been so accustomed. You guys can leave it, I'm not leaving. No need to be just dramatic. It's only a temporary arrangement, I assure you, we'll be back before you know it. I think this is nonsense. How will we even live? Are we gonna have to actually work? Of course not. Well, you were already transferred an amount of gold enough for 10 lifetime. She could just do that. She could just embezzle money like that. Okay. Never have to worry about money. I think I get the general picture. Great, fabulous. Come on, we don't have much time. No. I'm not leaving. You what? What do you mean you won't leave? Did you not hear the part where I told you that life was in danger? You were overreacting. I can't run away from my responsibilities. I'm not a coward. I'll find a way through this without running. I cannot run away from my responsibilities. Who cares about responsibilities? Promise, don't you get it? You might die. Her voice was trembling. She started to tear up. It's only a short while. Please, Ramos, please. No, it's gonna be for life. You and Vino are the only family I have left. I won't leave based on unconfirmed information. I have a duty to this nation. I'm king. I can't just leave. My pride won't allow it. I'm the king. I can't just leave. And the kingdom, you are my only son. I forbid you from making such a colossally stupid mistake. You'll be fine. How can I be alright? I can't. I won't. She suddenly wiped her tears and stood resolute. If we are staying as well. No, 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 no. I order you to leave. And I reject your order as a mother. Okay. Well, here it comes, folks. Address the nation. Hello, everybody. Please don't guillotine me. I entered the grand reception hall to make my address to the nation speech. The hall, usually echoing with the rare footsteps of couriers, was transformed into a noisy chaos as the filming crew set up cameras, lights, and microphones in place. I was seated at the room's center behind a grand, antique desk of dark mahogany, its surface cleared except for a single, neatly arranged stack of papers. After the makeup crew brushed various powders on my face, they reviewed my notes briefly. It was a big day. Time to address the Rizian people. It was time for me to assert my dominance over the Rizia once again. Time for me to address the Rizian people. Took a deep breath, my gaze lifting from the lens of the camera. And then, with a nod from the director, the red light blinked on and I began to speak. My loyal subjects, servants, and followers of the divine God, my esteemed countrymen and women, my fellow citizens, the great people of Rizia. Servants and followers of the divine God. Oh god, there's a lot of stuff here. No, down. This has to go up. There we go. With profound reverence and love, I extend my blessings to each of you, my cherished flock, under the watchful eye of the divine. As it's tradition, just like my beloved father and the monarchs before him, I will broadcast you to you, the people of Rizia. I'm happy to have this opportunity to talk with you about the current state of affairs in Rizia as well as its hopeful future. It is natural that I seem rather remote figure to many of you, someone far away who never touches your personal lives, but let it be known, my presence will be felt far more directly in your lives from this point forward. With profound reverence and love, I extend my blessings to each of you, my cherished flock, under the watchful eyes of the divine. Almost 8 years ago, when I took the throne to serve our Rizia, to bring prosperity to this glorious kingdom. After my coronation, we faced years of adversity and daunting trials head-on. United, we turned these trials into triumphs. No. We wanted a strong and prosperous Rizia and gave your complete trust in me, you king, to finally bring Rizia glory. Let's promote the whole prosperity thing, not the stuff we didn't manage to do. Yeah? Throughout my reign, I have uplifted and sustained by the knowledge of your thoughts and prayers were with me. I've always been aware that people were united to support me in the task which I have now been dedicated with such solemnity. Today is another landmark because television has made it possible for many of you to see me in your homes. Throughout my reign, I have uplifted and sustained by the knowledge of that your thoughts and prayers were with me. I look directly into the cameras. Well, some people have concerns about the closure of the House of Delegates. The decision was not made out of desire for control, but to steer our kingdom through turbulent waters with a steady hand, ensuring stability and security for all. Today, I want to point out that the suspension of the power limit was a temporary measure, paused to recalibrate and reform so that its rebirth may serve its people more effectively and equitably. History has shown the centralized monarchy can respond to decisiveness and unity that fragmented parliamentary systems often lack, ensuring the prosperity and security of our kingdom. That is why I will continue ruling without the House of Delegates. Let me know the mistake my father made with the foundation of House of Delegates has been undone, and the same mistakes will never be made again. What are we gonna do here? So do we say that we're trying to do it for security? Do we say it's temporary and we're gonna redo it? Or do we say that it was a mess and we're getting rid of it? Oh, we're going to talk bad about our father while saying it's a bad idea. From the start, I said I wanted to do an autocrat kind of guy. But if I can make one... I don't know if I can actually... Because the game provides such limited options sometimes as far as, like... Ultimately, you can't get all the options possible that you'd want. So it's not like you can, like, hand pick or, like, make a bespoke political system here. I just wanted to do it to ensure stability. In the realm of commerce, we have forged new trade deals that open new horizons for our products, bringing Rizian craftsmanship and ingenuity to the global stage. From the revitalization of our traditional crafts to the birth of cutting-edge technology sectors, we've ignited a renaissance in our industries old and new. Our stewardship of the national budget has been guided by principles of responsibility and foresight. ensuring that our resources are allocated not just to immediate needs, but the prosperity of future generations. I mean, all of these are good. So do we talk about a trade, or do we talk about the budget here? Let's talk about the budget. The budget is pretty impressive at 18. I'm proud of the new energy infrastructure we have created. We have brought power into countless homes and businesses, both here and abroad. Our new energy pipelines have strengthened our bonds with other nations, positioning Rizia as a key player in the regional energy markets. As we step forward, our focus remains on leveraging these developments for the greater good of Rizia and the global community. Moreover, our recent negotiations with the Republic of Morella have culminated in a historical agreement regarding concerning the MITZ operations. This accord not only increases our share of the resources greatly, but also sets a precedent for future cooperation and growth. My beloved people of Rizia, as we stand at the crossroads of history, reflecting on the journey behind us and gazing into the promises of tomorrow, we are reminded that the enduring strength and resilience that defines us. Together, we have navigated the complexities of change, embraced the challenge of progress, and celebrated the triumphs of our collective will. As your monarchs, I am humbled by the trust you have placed in me. And I stand before you not as a leader, but as fellow citizens committed to the stewardship of our shared destiny. The future is going to be bright. Don't worry. Let's see. In the chapters you got written, I pledge to you, the people of Rizia, I promise you, the road ahead is filled with both promise and peril, but I assure you. In the chapters you got written, I pledge to you, I will focus on improving the economy and greatly expanding our other industries. To reach full potential, Rizia will soon surpass our neighbors in every way possible, and we will be competing against powers like Arcasia. I will safeguard our national bounty and cherish our cultural heritage, passing on our children a glorious kingdom. The pillars of education and healthcare will be strengthened, guaranteeing every Rizian has the knowledge to dream and health, and the health to pursue those dreams. We have enough cash that we could probably do that. Maybe we just talk about the economy. Everybody likes money, right? We'll focus all our efforts on providing affordable housing and solve the crisis completely. I will uphold peace and security. Commit myself to the expansion of freedoms, no. I'll not stop until Rizia becomes the largest economy in all of Mercopa. I will commit myself to passive Golconda and dedicate myself to God. That's not going to happen. I will provide affordable housing, which we've done pretty well so far, at least, with the authority vested in me by the very essence of our kingdom. I decree the continuation of our absolute monarchy, considering that the crown remains in the pinnacle of power and decision-making in Rizia. As I stand before you, I do not merely stand as your king. I stand as the embodiment of Rizia's past, present, and future. It should be known that my resolve remains unshakable, and our kingdom invincible under the banner of House Torres. Let's say, as I stand before you, I do not merely stand as your king. I stand as the embodiment of Rizia's past, present, and future. Together we are invincible, together we are Rizia, long live Rizia. Thank you all from a full heart. God bless you all. Goes out of Rexia, thank you. Together we are invincible, together we are Rizia, long live Rizia. None of the camera crew, they stopped filming. My 10th year is almost over. Now here it comes. I can feel the ending coming. Chapter 4, Sila Orica, completed Rizia, Chapter 4. 1958. Torches on. A few months after your speech, all the preparations for your complete for your 8-year Jubilee. 8-year Jubilee. It's an interesting number. You will receive visitors for the celebration of your coronation anniversary. Sitting on your throne, you look to your right. Queen Lucida smiled at you with baby Ardos in her arms. You remembered why you fell in love with her, wondered why your child will grow up to be in this world. Smiled back and proceeded with the celebrations. Wondered how your child will grow up in this world. With one gesture, the orchestra cued in, the festivities began. Hugo was the first one to pay respects. Came before your throne, bowed, and told you that he was looking forward for another year of advising you. You welcomed him with open arms, played along with a fake smile, visibly showed your discontent with him. Welcomed him with open arms. Looked around the ballroom. Aside from your wife, the members of House of Zara were nowhere to be found. Really? Why? Why would they reject my... You rejected my invitation. One of the brothers is leaving me here to let you know they rejected your invitation for the Jubilee. That doesn't make any sense to me. At all. Like, I put... okay, fine. Thought nothing of it and shrugged it off. Demanded that the house be reprimanded at once. I don't want to start a fight with them, but I think I'm going to be overthrown here. And they strongly worded a letter to condemn their act. Thought nothing of it and shrugged it off. Manus Sazan was nowhere to be seen. He kept a low profile since you abolished the House of Delegates. Haha. Yes, the House of Sazan is not present at all. Wishing the best in the letter. Hoping another betrayal was in the cards. You crushed them if they dared to rise against you again. Implications for the Aeon and Grace were standing around, arguing and discussing matters between each other. You could see the tension between them. You called upon them to tell them this is a joyous occasion, not a political arena. Order their servants to deliver more wine to them, or ask your guards to watch their every step. More wine, more wine. The grand doors of the ballroom opened and Vina walked in. The entire hall fell silent, captivated by the princess's beauty and elegance. She looked just like her mother. The orchestra struck up a fast-paced tune. She walked up to Rico and gave him a nod. The two approached you and told you that since they were no longer responsible for continuing the Taurus lineage, they decided to file for a divorce. You felt relieved, were outraged at the potential scandal, and apologized for what you put them through. Let's go with that. Kind of a mess. You stood up and gathered Ardos in your arms. He laughed and pulled your hair. You could tell he was going to be strong, just like his mother. He's probably going to end up dead. Whole room's attention was directed at you. You demanded that everyone applaud their future king. You lifted your son up for everyone to see. Told everyone to have fun and enjoy the celebrations. Look at my son. I made that. I put my subjects' applause resonated loudly through the ballroom, probably scaring the baby. You put your child on the throne. So began the days of Prince Ardos, House of Taurus, the heir apparent. Oh, that was it. I survived. Well, I went full-on monarchism here, and I went right in between Arcasian capitalism and statism. Yeah, she's way too... She's even more reformist than Manus Sazan. That's impressive. Well, let's see. Between 1950 to 1958, 3.9 million people entered employment, and a whole bunch of businesses were founded. Some people perished in the upheaval of the Zeal referendum, which we weren't able to actually armed, do anything about, which was weird. Brenna's 2 billion RG worth of public property damage. 600 people were killed and about 10,000 were jailed in Isa. Jeez, nice job, Rico. Millions of foreigners were treated unfairly under the legal system. Based. About 90,000 people have not defined their nerity sect in their identity cards. 2,000 women to join political life, about 500,000 to join the workforce. Almost 14,000 jobs were created in the high-tech and military industry. 21 new countries received a diplomatic mission from Rizia. About almost 60,000 joined the Rizian People's Party. That's bad. Electricity, the countries amassed historical peak numbers. About almost 60 million tons were mined from the MITZ zone by Rizia. Well, the funny? History movies, the funny? That was what they got? The funny? Was I really making jokes that much? The funny. Okay. Well, it's better than the frail. I'll say that much. The funny. Maybe funny in the head, yeah? Oh well, it was fun, it was enjoyable, maybe not as strong as the original Suzerain. There was some weird little bits and pieces of, like, I could see where there's, like, bugs or, like, stuff that's underprepared. Underprepared maybe isn't the word. Stuff that was kind of, like, undercooked, so to speak. And obviously it was building up towards that big confrontation with Palace, which never happened because I knew that I was going to get my stocks blown off. Because you really need to prepare and you need to be ready. So if I was doing a second playthrough, or if this is, maybe you haven't done a playthrough yet, I would suggest heavily focusing on energy and military. Diplomacy has very limited use, it seems like. Either you have to get very lucky and follow a very, very, very specific path, because I think I might have been able to get Zeal back diplomatically. I just hadn't, like, probably the Rico marriage and the Rico marriage and the military supplies has probably wiped it out just like that. Which I did, it's hard to know these things, to expect these things. Okay, so that's the end of that. Do you want to end the game? Yes, I do. That was fun. Yes. Developed and co-published by Torpor Games. That was enjoyable. Definitely some parts where I was like losing, like pulling out my hair, both literally and figuratively, about how some of it went down, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, diplomacy, like I said, pretty useless. Try and do warfare. I don't know if warfare is any good. I have read a little bit that seems to suggest that the warfare system in this is like totally like just vercocked, just a mess. But you know, I don't know. Yeah, it was fun though. It was fun. Granted, it totally destroyed my voice doing all this live. There's a lot of reading. Obviously, if you're doing this at home, you don't need to follow along. And by reading out loud, you can do it in your head, and you can probably finish this in one afternoon. Or one afternoon, probably a day, if you started in the morning. Yeah, it was fun though. So I will not do a Rizia, or another Rizia run, and I won't do a normal Suzerain run. It's just not in the cards. It'd probably destroy my throat more than it already has. I'm not going to do that again, probably. I might approach similar games to it in the future. I do enjoy these types of games, but I won't be doing this again, probably, just because, like I said, it is a bit of a strain on my voice. I can only do about 2 hours or so of reading, and then it starts to be a bit too much. And that was enjoyable. Yeah, generally positive experience. You definitely, if you're going in blind, you can definitely end up into some of the same pitfalls that I made. And that made me into, yeah, I don't know. Damn. Damn. Well, such as it is.